Welcome to the 10 Minutes Goldmine, where every book gives you a treasure of knowledge in just 10 minutes. Part 1. Introduction to the story. Nightwatching by Tracy Sierra is a gripping psychological thriller that keeps readers on the edge of their seats. The novel unfolds in a desolate, rural part of New England, where a mother and her two young children are trapped in their home by a ruthless intruder. The story takes place during a raging blizzard, and the isolation of the farmhouse intensifies the terror the family feels. The protagonist, a mother who remains unnamed throughout the novel, must protect her children from a mysterious and dangerous figure who has invaded their home. Sierra crafts an atmosphere of suspense from the very first pages, drawing the reader into a claustrophobic world where safety seems unreachable. The mother's first instincts are to protect her children, and the novel explores her primal need to ensure their survival while facing a threat that she did not anticipate. The psychological tension in this story is palpable, as the characters are trapped in an environment where danger lurks at every turn. Part 2. Character development and the mother's struggle. At the core of Nightwatching is the mother's journey, both physical and psychological. Throughout the story, Sierra focuses on the mother's thoughts and memories, revealing her past struggles with societal expectations and her relationship with her family. The protagonist is a complex character, shaped by experiences of being judged and marginalized, particularly due to her appearance. She has vitiligo, a condition that causes patches of depigmented skin, making her feel constantly scrutinized by those around her. This aspect of her character adds depth, as it highlights the prejudice she faces even when dealing with a life-threatening situation. The novel does not merely focus on the physical threat of the intruder, it also delves deep into the emotional and psychological turmoil the mother has faced throughout her life. From early on, the reader learns that she has faced societal rejection for being different, not only because of her condition but also because of her perceived eccentricities. Her relationship with her father-in-law is strained and marked by misogyny, further complicating her sense of self-worth and her ability to protect her family. These struggles come into play when she must find the strength to act in the face of the threat to her children. Part 3. The home invasion and the intruder. The moment of tension peaks when the mother hears the ominous sound of footsteps in the hallway, signaling the arrival of the intruder. As she peers into the dark corridor, she spots a shadowy figure moving toward her children's room. The fear is palpable as the mother rushes to wake her children and hide them in a secret room, a hidden part of the house that is inaccessible to anyone who does not know its location. The house, a centuries-old colonial structure, becomes an integral part of the story's tension. Its age and isolation make it a character in itself, heightening the sense of danger as the intruder explores the home. As the intruder prowls the house, trying to gain access to the children, the mother remains hidden, trying to stay as quiet as possible to avoid detection. But the intruder, aware of their presence, begins to manipulate the situation, attempting to lure the children out by appealing to their curiosity. He uses deceitful promises to make them feel safe, yet his words are laced with manipulation. This psychological battle between the mother and the intruder adds an extra layer of suspense, as the mother knows that her every move could determine her family's fate. Part 4. Flashbacks and backstory. Throughout the high-stakes moments of the home invasion, Sierra weaves in flashbacks to the mother's past. These moments offer critical insight into her character, motivations, and how she has developed the strength to protect her children. Through these flashbacks, readers learn that the mother has faced tremendous personal challenges and has struggled with her sense of identity. Her internal monologue reveals her feelings of inadequacy and alienation, as she has been labeled strange and hysterical by those who do not understand her. These flashbacks also shed light on the dynamic between the mother and her family, particularly her father-in-law, who represents a patriarchal force in her life. His control over her and his lack of respect for her choices have deeply impacted her, making her feel powerless and unheard. This emotional baggage comes to a head during the home invasion, as the mother reflects on her past and how it has shaped her ability to fight back against those who seek to harm her. The juxtaposition of these past struggles and the present danger underscores the theme of resilience and personal empowerment. Part 5. The psychological thriller element. What makes Nightwatching stand out is its deep psychological tension. Sierra does not rely on typical horror tropes of gore and violence to create fear. Instead, she builds a sense of unease by focusing on the psychological battle between the mother and the intruder. As the mother hides with her children, she is not only fighting to protect them physically but also mentally. The intruder's manipulation and mind games become an essential part of the story's tension. His attempts to undermine the mother's confidence and control her thoughts create a battle that is as much in her mind as it is in the physical world. As the night progresses, the mother's resolve is tested. She must draw on every ounce of strength to keep her children safe while grappling with her own fears, doubts, and memories of being marginalized. This internal struggle heightens the suspense, as the reader is unsure whether the mother will be able to overcome her past fears and rise to the occasion. Part 6. The intruder's identity and revelation. As the plot unfolds, the true identity of the intruder is slowly revealed. He is not just a random assailant, he is someone from the mother's past, someone who knows her intimately. This revelation adds a new layer of horror to the story, as it implies that the threat is more personal and calculated. The intruder's connection to the mother forces her to confront unresolved trauma from her past, making the situation even more emotionally charged. This revelation also intensifies the stakes for the mother. The intruder is not just an unknown threat, he is someone who knows her weaknesses and is using them to manipulate the situation. The psychological torment she faces is amplified by the realization that the danger comes from someone she thought she could trust or who once held a position of power in her life. This dynamic raises the emotional intensity of the story, making it more than just a physical struggle for survival but a battle for the mother's sanity and sense of self. Part 7. The climax and conclusion. The climax of Nightwatching is a tense and heart-pounding sequence where the mother must outwit the intruder and protect her children. She taps into her deep well of strength and resilience, overcoming the emotional and physical barriers that have held her back in the past. The resolution of the story is both satisfying and tragic, as it highlights the mother's ultimate triumph over her fear and her ability to protect her children at any cost. In the aftermath of the invasion, the mother's journey is far from over. The psychological toll of the event lingers, and she is left to rebuild her life in the wake of the trauma. However, the novel ends on a note of empowerment, as the mother, having faced her worst fears, emerges stronger and more capable than ever. Part 8. Themes and Symbolism. One of the key themes of Nightwatching is the exploration of trauma and resilience. The mother's journey reflects the emotional scars that can linger long after the physical danger has passed. Sierra uses the setting and the characters to delve into the psychological impact of trauma and how it shapes a person's ability to respond to future threats. The house, with its hidden rooms and isolated setting, serves as a symbol of the mother's inner life and the secrets she keeps buried. It represents her past struggles, her vulnerabilities, and the emotional baggage she carries. The intruder, on the other hand, represents the outside world's judgment and manipulation, a force that seeks to control and undermine the protagonist's sense of self. In conclusion, Nightwatching is a gripping and deeply psychological thriller that goes beyond typical home invasion narratives. Tracy Sierra masterfully blends suspense, trauma, and emotional depth, creating a story that keeps readers engaged until the very last page. It is a tale of survival, self-discovery, and empowerment, as the protagonist fights not only for her life but for her sense of identity and agency in the face of overwhelming odds. The novel is a testament to the strength of the human spirit and the lengths a mother will go to protect her children. That's it for today's 10 Minutes Goldmine. If you found value in this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and keep mining for more golden knowledge. See you in the next one.